Hey y'all, so I got a question on my last video. How did you learn to find and sing these harmonies? A college music student who started music a year ago. Well, let me answer you. First, let's talk about what's going on in this beautiful song by Christina Perri. So, we're in the key of E flat major for this song, Jar of Hearts. Now, people will try to say it's in C minor, but a wise master of harmony once told me that minor keys don't really exist. And that's a whole nother topic, but basically in the Western system, everything comes back to major always. When we analyze things, it's always about major, babe. So the first chord in this part is a C minor chord, which is the 6 minor of the key we're in. And then we go to a 4 chord, A flat, 4 minor, A flat minor, borrowed from the parallel minor of E flat minor. And then finally, back home to E flat. And then, of course, over these chords, we've got don't come back to me, don't come back at all, which is the 5, the 5 of the chord, the 1 of the chord, and then the 5 again. So very powerful tones, very powerful chord tones. And then we've got the harmony that I added. Don't come back to me, don't come back at all, which is adding some tensions now, which is why it's so spicy, because we're adding non-chord tones, which makes it have this beautiful tension, literally, that resolves and feels so satisfying. And then the tones that the harmony is singing is the flat 3, then the 5, and then the tension 13, tension 9, 3. And so not only do we have these beautiful minor major chords going back and forth, which is also creating tension, but then we've also, that harmony that I added is adding tensions using non-chord tones. And then we've got that technique going on called retardation, which is basically suspending a note and delaying its resolution. So that's where the tension becoming the chord tone comes in. Like, for example, let's see. Don't come back to me, don't come back. So now, this is tension 13, here, it's tension 13, and then it's tension 9, and it goes to the 3 of that chord. So, yeah, we've got that minor and major going on, back home, and then we've got tensions. So there's a lot of tension and release, shadow and light going on here, okay? So now that I've rambled and not actually technically answered the question you posed, you said, how did you learn to find and sing these harmonies? Well, I've always been that annoying kid in band, or any situation. Ask my sister when I'm constantly harmonizing with her and she has to tell me to stop. But basically, in band, I was always being extra and playing a bunch of extra shit and adding stuff to things. And in a Jacob Collier fashion, if you will, except he's definitely on another level, babe. But yeah, I've always liked pushing things and exploring, and so I would encourage you to, when you're in the car, like even just singing along to songs, like try to find fun harmonies and things that sound good to you, even if you mess up, you know, you might have some ugly ones, but that's okay. And yeah, just be in as many groups as you can, as many orchestras, bands, choirs that you can access, like your church choir, a local community thing, a school ensemble, whatever you can access is great training, because you will inevitably be playing melodies and harmonies and counterpoint and all these things, and you'll start to just absorb that knowledge and be able to apply it later on. So best wishes to you in music school, and thanks for asking that question.